Welcome to Top of the World. I thought I'd bring you along today because I'm on one of those interesting little projects where I've been asked to look at a house that's been decommissioned for 25 years. So the lady that used to live here passed in '99, I think, and the power was shut off and the house has been essentially empty since then. And then it passed hands and now it's passed back to her son who wants to recommission the house. So it's had no power since '99. It's obviously in an Arctic region and it's suffering the Arctic winters year on year on year. The house itself doesn't look too bad. But I've been asked to look at the electrics and the water system. Now the electric company has come and they fitted a new box, a new meter to the outside, and I'm assuming did a provisional test of the electrics. I was asked to wire in that electric stove, which apparently is new. Right, it's really rusty, but it's new. Anyway, the first thing that I discovered when I pulled it out to wire it in is the wires that had been left lying on the floor are live. Yep, they're completely live. So then I've gone to look at the fuse box and I'll show you that, and everything is live. Which means the pump down in the well is live, and it means whatever I'm about to find in this hatch is also live. So let me show you the fuse box. Right, now this must have had a safety test by the electric company when they connected it up. For those that are not familiar, these are fuses, and they have a amp rated wire in between, and when they blow the end fires off, and the ends, the red ones you can see there, they're different colours. There's a green one that dictates the ampage, and these are 10 amp fuses. So if we look across the board here, right, it tells me what everything is, and if we go to number 1, vat and pump, right, it tells me that's a row of 1. If we go down to here, that tells me which position they're in, which is this box up here. And you will see all those fuses are in. 1, 2, 3. That's a 3-phase pump, and they're all live. Right. Well, why is that shocking, you might think? Well, let's go down here for the first time in 24 years. Huh. Well, that don't look good. Away! Oh, the hinges are broke. Well, I'm going to take that off completely then. That's badly broken. Looks like the ladder hasn't survived. Let's put a light on. Right. Now we've got plenty of lights. Oh. We probably don't want to be trusting this, which is going to be really bad if it breaks because there's no other way out. Do we have a backup plan for getting out? Not really, no, we don't. I do know we probably don't want that bloody break now there though. Right. And there doesn't look like there's anything down there we can stand on. Oh, there is that though. Okay. Stand on the edges of the ladder, I think. That's really badly rotten. That wants to snap, that does. Yep. That definitely wants to snap. Okay. Don't look good down there. Come with me. don't look good down there at all. What we're looking for, pipe work. Yeah, I think that's probably what we're looking for over there. Jesus. Nice. Yeah, there's lots of spiders. Well, it looks like there's been a catastrophic collapse of the underfloor and therefore all the insulation. That tank is what we're looking for. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. I would say we're very limited on life. Look at all those electrics hanging there. Oh, is that a light? Huh. Do we even want to press the light? Oh, there you go. Light. Right. Some white cables there we want to follow. And this is the old pressurised tank. Pressurised switch. Now, if I'm right, look at the dampness. Jesus. The bottom of the house has collapsed just about everywhere. It's rotten. Absolutely rotten. Everything's rotten. Look at that. Not good. Not good at all. No. Paper thin. Rotten right through. Everything is rotten right through. Oh my goodness. However, this is not unusual. I found this in so many buildings I can't even begin to tell you here. Right. Anyway, back to what we were doing. So if I'm right, somehow, this is live. It should have been drained down, so there's no plug in there. There's no plug in there. That's a pressure switch, which, well, this cable here must lead off to a pump in the well. So we don't know if that's been damaged in the collapse or where it leads to yet. What happens if I press this button? Nothing. Is that really live? This is only one way to find out. To be on the safe side, there is no power to that. Not ideal conditions I'm standing in. I don't know how much sawdust and debris there is. I'll tell you what I can do. I can have a look at the date on these newspapers hanging down there, and it will tell me when the house was built. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not quite surprised to see what's in there. I am not surprised to see what is in there. Anyway, let's test it up. See if there's power to this point. Yeah. Yes, there is. So this rusty old switch here has indeed got live power to it. I've just found the date. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why it won't focus. Anyway, the date on that is Tuesday 23rd of January 1968. That's the date on that one. There's another date here. December 1967. I'm surprised it's as late as that. Anyway, couldn't have got in here any other way other than when the house was built. What have we got there? 15th of August 1968. So I guess we're saying this house was built end of 1960, oh no, 1967. Yeah, end of 1968. So it is suffered an awful lot of deterioration and rot for a house that's so new. A large amount of deterioration and rot. These main beams through here. Now, I'll show you what I mean. This is the main floor beam. There you go. You can push your screwdriver all the way through it. So, and it's rotten all the way to the top. It's not just at the leading edge. It's rotten all the way. Yep. The whole thing is rotten. Ah dear. Right, well, quite clearly none of that's good. That's the new electricity supply put in. Right. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but you can see the power cable coming out the well wall there, and then a bit further down, perhaps another 15 feet, you can see the pipes, and I would guess at 30 feet down there is the pump, and best part of 50 feet is the water level. So that's a deep old well, and there ain't nothing I can do about going down there. Not on your Nelly am I going down there. Am I any the wiser? I don't think so. Right, so what I've done is I've checked the fuses going down to this main cable, 2 of which were blown, presumably due to moisture at some point. Anyway, I've replaced those fuses, and we're going to have another look at this. Come with me. Right, so let's see what we got now. You know, if there was to be a spark and any of this was to catch, I'd never be able to deal with it fast enough. Worrying the life out of me, this is. Anyway. live, live. Okay, we've got 3 live phases there connected to this box down here. It's so corroded and rotten. I think the first thing I have to do is replace that switch, and I've got some machine switches, which is what that is, that would do the job for that. So let's go back to the shop and get a switch. Yeah. Right, amazingly enough, in my stores of all rubbish things I keep, I found an identical in every single way box. Now what I did have to do is I had to drill that screw out because it was rounded off and didn't undo. But inside, not only is it exactly the same box with the same configuration, but inside it looks like how it should do, like new. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this down and replace the box on the wall with this one. Alright, new switch installed. I've done the wiring a bit better. I've just screwed in the fuses, so we're going to check that we've got power now. Right, we've pulled the wires out here, 1, 2 and 3. This is the pump going to the pump, this is the power going down to the pressure switch. So, we'll find out now. Okay, right, so that means we should have power there, there and there. So we'll just check that. $235, $235, $235. Okay. We've got 3 phases of power there. We know the earth is good back. So we've got a problem with this cable. And we know the power going to this box is good. So we'll switch the power off and close this up. Okay, new switch installed, and we know we're good with power down to the pressure switch. So we've got a problem at the pump or a problem with the cable. If it was a problem with the cable, it would be shorting out and it would blow straight away as opposed to heat up. So I think the pump's jammed. Right, not that. This here coming out the floor. That goes to the well and that's the end. We're going to try and blow air down this way and force it into the well, because I don't seem to be feeling any kind of resistance. I'm not feeling any resistance at all. We're back at the small house. Yesterday, while I was clearing the garden, when I cut down the big fir over there, I saw these metal poles. I've seen these metal poles around the place. These have probably been here since the 80s, but generally they're markers. When I blew compressed air back down the lines to the pump, to the well, there was no resistance. So I'm going to dig up this hole and, I don't know, maybe there's a pipe connection in there that's been disconnected. There's a hole. See that? Oh, it's not focusing. I don't know. See that hole? There's a hole. Quite a big hole. A very big hole. Wow. This might be key to what I've been looking for. Yeah. I can see remnants of bits of wood down there. So at one point, this had a wooden door on it. That hole there is definitely in line with the way the pipes run. Also, see the way that's shaped? Right, now I'm thinking that could have been a valve. Right, that's connected to a valve down there. And I'll show you why I think that. See the way those pipes turn? They definitely go through here. And I could see a triangular piece of metal down there. We're not deep enough yet by a long way. Not really sure how to dig deeper, other than to dig deeper. Did I just say that? I've got it moving a bit, but quite what it's doing. Well, it's definitely opening. It's definitely opening. Yep. That is a valve opening, which was closed. Right, wow. Whatever was closed down there, I have now opened it. That's definitely far enough down to be beyond the frost. So that doesn't explain the air per se, I don't think. Right, so what I'm going to do now is go back inside and put compressed air down that pipe, and what you're looking for is bubbles in the water. That's what you're looking for. So if the water bubbles, you've got to shout. I don't know if I'll be able to hear you over the compressor anyway. Anyway, you watch for bubbles. Where is that air going? So where's all that compressed air going then? Where does it come out? I'm feet deep in all this shit here. No, that just goes straight into the ground. Well, I don't know where the air is coming out. Where do you think I'm going? Down there is where I'm going. We're going to investigate this pump and these pipes. I've got the ladder roped off. I'm in a sit harness and I'm roped to that. And we're going to go and have a look. See what we can find. So I've done some stupid things, right? But this is ranking right up there amongst the stupid things that I have to do. However, seems quite cosy in here, do you know what I mean? Right, so here's the pipes. We're down to the, oh, there's the pump. There's the step in the ladder we've got to go after. Right, so we've arrived at the pipes that come into the well. There they are. Right, I don't think hooking that under there was a good idea at all. Is that warm through that? No. Right, so here's the pipes in. Right, there we go. We've still got a long way to go down there yet. Right, and up the top there, right, making sure I don't, oh, look at that. There we go, found the problem. So coming out of the steel pipe, there's a plastic pipe there. Right, what I should do, if I turn this light on, it's going to ruin my night vision. Anyway, so we're into plastic. Right, and I can already tell you this plastic's not connected. I can already talk to the camera, Simon. I can already tell you this plastic's not connected to the pump. Might have had a result there. Right. It looks like this pump is sitting on a huge steel platform. So I'm actually off the ladder. Let me show you what I've got here. Right, there's the end of the pump pipe. That's where all the air was going. That connects into this. But we need a connection fitting for it. And it's missing off the end of this pipe, and there's the water. So I don't know why the pump's not working. I don't know why the pump's not working. However, I'm not sure that's too much of my concern, providing I can, anyway, I've got a plan, and the first plan is connect that up to that. So I need to know what that fitting is. I've got one of those. Right, okay. See that? Connect that up to there. Got that? Yeah. Right, back up we go and find the relevant fittings for this pipe. And then we can come back and do that. Alright, I'm going to go back up now, but I'm going to use two hands, obviously. I've made the connection in the well. We're now back in the cellar, see if we've got bubbles or water pressure. If there's a one-way valve, I'm holding my headlight. If there's a one-way valve, we should have pressure. If there isn't, we should have bubbles. If we've got bass, we're in trouble. Right. Let's see what happens now. Oh! Holy fucking smokes! Fucking hell, what has happened here? Oh, that's not gone well. don't understand. So we're right down the bottom of the well. Right, you can see the top up there somewhere. I've got the connection, but we've just been in the cellar. Obviously, we've had all that blowback from pressure. Oh, a bit unexpected. I'm a bit confused as to why it's doing that. Other than it's just pressure blowing back and sandy crap in the pipe. Anyway, there is a drain valve on the pump. We're going to open that. That's my feet. So we're on this like big steel platform that's bolted across the bottom of the well the pump sits on. Except there's nothing under that foot except a big hole, so put that foot back on there. So there's a valve here which I closed but was open. So we're going to open that. Now I also thought I could get a tool in there on the shaft to turn it, but it's got a rubber mount all the way through. So I've hit around the pump with a hammer like you would do a stuck starter motor. I don't know if that's going to do anything or not. And we're going to put pressurised air back down there and see if we've got air to this point. I also have a secondary theory that the air pressure might help turn the pump spline and free the pump up. Anyway, we're going back up. Hopefully the dust is cleared in the cellar and we can do that. What am I even doing down here? So my plan is to make a foot pump. Foot valve. Turn it off, Simon. Obviously we're back in the shop and the pump is seized solid. And there's air coming out of that release valve in the pump. So I'm going to bypass the pump, otherwise we've got to take the pump out. So where the pipe comes into the cellar, I'm going to connect a new piece of poly pipe to that connection and put that in the bottom of the well on a foot valve. Now, can I make a foot valve? Yes, I can, because I have a check valve, 2-inch check valve. And to that, I'm going to connect that. And then I'm going to connect that. Right, and then all I need is a cage on the bottom of this. And I need to drop that into the foot of the well. And that is my foot valve. And then the poly pipe will connect into this and go past the pump up the well and connect it into the top. And that will give me a solid line from the bottom of the well to the cellar. And then I'm going to install a new pump in the cellar. Alright, so this is what I've come up with. That one there, that's my bottom of the well check valve. This is a centre 2-inch joining piece, just in case I need it. And I've got a piece of pipe outside on the trailer. So tomorrow morning, we can off-ski to the job and bypass that pump and all of that pipe work and go from the elbow bend all the way to the bottom of the well. 48 hours later, and we've got some of the stuff we need to make a connection from the cellar in there to the bottom of the well. So we've got the right length pipe and we've got a foot valve on the end of it. There's my foot valve. And we're going to thread all that pipe all the way down the well, push it all the way to the bottom so we know where the bottom of the well is, and then lift it up maybe half a metre or so, depending on how deep the water level is, cut the hose to the right length, connect it to the elbow in there. That means then when we put compressed air down it, we should know we can't put compressed air down, foot valve on it. That will take us into the cellar then. Then what we can do is we can backfill this entire pipe system and line with water and connect it up to the pump and see if we can pump from the well into the cellar. If we can do that, then we make the connection. That's much better, you don't want to be looking at the sky. Then we can make the connection from the pump onto the water system and start running through the water system.
Getting a bit busy down here. It's also quite cold and wet. I can't imagine why that is. We don't get a lot of room down here. Okay, connection made. Whew. And it's raining, just to make it all the more awkward. It's raining again. Hello! Right. I'm sure that's the connection made in the well. Right, I think I've got everything I need down here. I think. So I'm about to commit myself. I'm about to pull that ladder apart because it's shot, and there's not a lot I can do except build a new one. So I've got what I think I need down here, because if I don't, I'm going to have trouble getting out. I'm sure it's not going to take much persuading to not be there anymore. There we go. Unbelievably rotten. We'll just shove it up there for a minute with all the other rotten stuff. a ladder fit for purpose. Anybody think I used to be a miner? Yeah, just like a miner's ladder. Right. Good job I built a new ladder. Well, that seems to be full this time. Right. Let's see if that draws water. I'm assuming that's going to clear up. But that's water, and that's coming from the well. I can hear air coming. It's cleaning. Yeah. Air. It's cleaning up though. I can kind of see some kind of movement down there. Not quite sure what I'm looking at yet. We're not quite sure where we are with this tap, that valve, whatever that does. But it's got air, see that? Not quite sure where. Not quite sure where the air's coming from yet. So a reasonably good amount of water. It's not enough, but... So the pump sounded like it was full of rocks. Well, I can't imagine why. Anyway, I've drained the pump, so the pump's got nothing in it and no water. And it runs completely silently like it should do. So that means it's air. So I've been down the bottom of the well and I've checked the joints and the lines and there's no problem. I've also put pressure back down here and it's not blowing the water back. So I don't really know where I'm sucking air in from. But you can't, there's no leaks, either visibly or, oh no, every time you drop something it gets covered in, anyway, there's no leaks visibly or under slight pressure, and I've only put it under very slight pressure, so I don't know at this point where I'm sucking air from. But I just wanted to check there was nothing in there because it sounded terrible. But it's not, it's just the air. It's not very clean again because I've obviously made sure that the bottom of the pipe was underneath. But you can see it's drawing air. And I don't know why it's drawing air. See, the pressure's also quite inconsistent. You know what's slightly perplexing is if it can draw air in, it can push water out. But when you put compressed air back down the pipe, the water level remains the same, and then of course you get a little bit rush out because it's compressed. So if it's drawing air into the pump, and it is because I can hear it, it sounds like rocks in the pump. It's not rocks in the pump, it's air. And the foot valve is at the bottom of the well, which it is. And there's no water movement down there at all. So, I've done this valve all the way one way and all the way the other way. That's this valve here, which goes down into that hole. Makes no difference. No. It's the same. Where's the air gone? Is that it? Have I just cracked it? Maybe I have. I'm still making a noise though. I'm not quite sure what is going to happen at this point, if I'm honest. Seems we've got pressure. Probably best I do that up, I think. Okay, let's try that again. Like I say, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. We've definitely got pressure in the tank. Okay. Well, that joint didn't hold up to that pressure. Okay, that was a nice big bang, wasn't it? We like that. It's not the first explosion we've had here. Okay, well that's open. We've got no water coming out of there yet. Let's try that again. See if water comes out of there. And we've got water coming out from underneath the tank. Right, that's not good. Yeah. Maybe the tank has rusted out and it's no good. Could be there's a drain plug in there. Oh, what's that then? That must be the tank drain. That's why we've not been having any pressure. Okay. There we go. We'll get a plug for that. Alright, so we need some drain plugs. Well, I got those. I brought those with me. I brought some cast iron plugs because I thought I might need a few of those. But the video's getting quite long enough now anyway, so we're going to leave it there. The commissioning of the house itself will be part 2. So I've got water into the cellar, which was my initial goal. First time since 1999 we can draw water from the bottom of the well, and we've got it to this tank. We clearly have some recommissioning to do, assuming we can still use this tank. I'm hoping we can. But we'll call it there. The rest will be in part 2. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget, do the obvious. Thumbs up, comment, like, share, all that good stuff that helps us out. The last video we did on the, the clearing of the garden there with a tractor. I mean, that's just the support you guys are giving me. Amazing. Thank you all very much. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.